how you can step away from the fast-paced environment of today's world and find some relaxation and peace in your daily life. The answer to me, and maybe for you too, is going on plenty of walks, especially outside in nature, and reading fiction books helped me a lot find lots of peace and quiet, especially if you can do that in combination, like go for a walk to a nice little secluded outdoor area, bring your book, read a couple chapters, just hang out. That has been my experience with being able to find some absolute peace and quiet away from friends, family, schoolwork. Back when I was at school, you can do the same for your job too. Ultimately, one of the best ways to find some peace is reading to me. I especially like fiction, and I recommend reading fiction books to anybody. I really recommend reading to anybody in general who doesn't read, but I predominantly read fiction because I find that it can be a nice little escape from reality. I've read a lot of the Dune books. I haven't read the prequels, I haven't read the prequels, but I read the original storyline. Fantastic. Read some Stephen King as well. Fantastic. Ultimately, though, it doesn't matter what you're reading. I just encourage you to read, as I find that in today's world, we're so easily distracted by our phones, TV, video games, just worrying about other people and other things that don't really improve our lives. If anything, they just add more stress to our lives, more confusion, less benefit. So by putting away your phone, going outside, if you have a backyard, even just like hanging outside in the backyard, take your shoes off, stand in the grass, read a book, sit in the sun. That to me is a recipe for learning, feeling better, and being better. Specific books I recommend: The Stand by Stephen King. That one's great. That one kind of follows like the post-apocalyptic world, and it's really a story about the decision making of different people within different environments amongst each other, and how they have to cope with a fallen civilization, as well as coping with two major forces of good and evil. So I find that to be a very interesting story. Read the uncut edition though, that one's great. I also just read like a little history book, that was really nice. I read The Great Gatsby not long ago, that was awesome. Also a very short book, you could read that in a day if you really want to. Other recommendations for being able to just find some peace and quiet in today's world: meditating is very nice. It allows you to step back and reevaluate your situation, your ego, your actions, your choices. You can take a look at yourself, be critical, but be forgiving as well. Don't be too critical. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Furthermore, I find that on a daily basis, getting direct sunlight, especially in the morning, like I have to go to plenty of people work. So if you can get up 15 minutes earlier than you usually do, go outside for 15 minutes, sit in the sunlight, take your shoes off, stand in the grass. That'll make you feel a lot better. On the weekends, if you don't work on the weekends and you have more time, or just whenever you have free time, doesn't matter the day, where or when, I really highly recommend going for like a nice nature walk. Even if it seems intimidating, take your shoes off and do a nice nature walk outside with your shoes off in the sun. You'll enter a new state of mind. It's very peaceful. As Kendrick Lamar says, turn the TV off. I also recommend that, but it's hard in today's world. I'm also hypocritical of myself. I watch plenty of YouTube, whatever it may be. So, moral of the story is read a book, go outside, and enjoy the sun. Have a good day, y'all, and I hope you can take something away from this.